So next week we are going to be getting the thrust team, or the thrust typing should I say, coming in hot with a brand new DPS and the long awaited support character. Now again, in terms of the lineup, characters releasing and what we've got pretty much in terms of ending the year off, maybe possibly people are looking into the next update as a more of a skippable update in terms of something for Gin, because again, in terms of where Thrust is at right now, as you guys can see, Tozen and RANGIKU are two formidable characters for the Thrust play, and of course the meta for Thrust is that DOT play. Now the one thing that is actually missing from the Thrust team in particular is support. Yeah, I mean, we've got fantastic DOT play, we've got good battlefield skill user, we have some crazy damage from not only Ikaku being the main DPS, but Tozen himself. I'm just gonna keep it real. But yeah, incoming with the next update, Thrust is going to be getting that long-awaited support, which we're going to be looking into, and thankfully, just like how Momo has come across, RANGIKU, who is going to be the support for the Thrust team, will be a free character, which you will get for free completely, like the full kit, like how Momo's full kit is for free. Yeah, so we're going to be having that issue, I say issue, that blessing, if anything, for the Thrust team. Again, Gin is a whole different type of topic with how people feel about it. Again, I wouldn't say it's that much of a priority. I mean, clearly he will be outdoing damage-wise. It's just how it is. A new character releases, of course, the developers are going to give them that slight little power creep, just how it is. However, I don't think it's going to be on the scale to the point where it completely nulls Ikaku and Tozen. I don't think that's going to be the case. So with that being said, shout out to LeagueGacha92. They have been keeping us informed with a lot of things in terms of what's to come, and just kind of giving us an idea on what each character is going to be capable of doing. So kind of running through on what RANGIKU is doing, because of course we do have her weapon stamp, I believe we do have her dupes, we might have a few other things, but yeah, it kind of gives us an idea on what we're working with. So first things first, in terms of her weapon stamp, every time an enemy is hit by Ash Blade, the thrust damage they receive increases by 1.2% for 15 seconds, and this can stack up to 10 times. So we've actually, I'm pretty sure actually, let me get the gameplay up, because I'm confident in saying we've seen this gameplay as footage early on. Alright, and I believe it was near the end too, because again, we did get a glimpse of a little bit of some form of gameplay coming from. So right here. So I assume as they're in this vortex, they are taking damage. I assume, because I mean, this also looks like a skill that is going to be used to where she stays on the field, right? If it sucks enemies in, that's also massive, by the way, kind of keep them compacted in an area. But this is definitely something that we just kind of launch, dip out into another character, she stays in the field, still applying that thrust increased damage, of course. Yeah, and then that's going to be on for quite some time. So we got a little bit of a glimpse of how she's working, and the potential was there. Now, even though it's 1.2, so it'll be 12%, right? This is level 1, so this 100% is going up. So respectfully, if we can actually get dupes into the weapon stamp, then that's going to be a bit of a beautiful bonus for us, for Thrust to yeah, do a little bit more damage. So this is something that we're definitely going to be keeping in mind, because obviously at the end of the day, with myself personally, when working on support, and specifically RANGIKU, of course, who's going to be the Thrust support, anyway where I can increase damage, that's going to be my focal point. So yeah, with this being level 1, this definitely will raise the percentage. So moving along now to the core stamp. So with the stamp itself, it increases RANGIKU's ultimate charge rate by 18.75, and then increases the ultimate damage by 37.5%, and inflicts 4 extra stacks of was it Heineko mark on the enemy. And then when you max it out, it goes to 30% on the charge rate, 60% on the damage ultimate, sorry. Well, the ultimate damage, I said it the other way around. And then once again, we still get the 4 stacks of Heineko. I'm curious to see on, this is definitely going to be something for us to do more damage, unless it's again, it's more DOT play, because again, that's the theme for Thrust. So not sure what that is, but that's going to be interesting. What is this? What else are we looking at here? Okay, so ult level 1, RANGIKU goes to fast spinning Heineko to create a huge tornado. Oh wait, that was the, okay, so I think that, so actually we might have just seen the ultimate, my bad, we might have just seen the ultimate. I think, who knows. Pulling enemies within a large area into a dealing damage equal to 300% of the attack and inflicting 4 stacks of Heineko mark on the enemy. After the skill is released, all teammates deal 8% more thrust damage for 20 seconds. Ah, okay. So the ultimate is something that we have to level up because not so much for the damage, but as you guys can see, at level 9 it goes to 14.4%, which is going to be easily obtainable if you dupe out. I believe it's the, I think it's the 5th dupe that's required, right, for the ultimate to go up in level, if I can remember correctly. And then max level 13 goes to 17.6%. Okay, so we're already building some good numbers here through the weapon stamp card, if we put some levels into that, of course. And then whilst we're doing that, putting levels into the ultimate itself, right? So I mean, even just by getting to level 9, well, that's like an easy 26% if we're keeping the weapon card at a level 1, but easily achievable with over 30%. If we put, I assume if we put like a, I don't know, get the level weapon card to like level 3. Okay, so that's pretty big, because of course keep in mind Momo for the spirit is, what was it, roughly giving us what, 48% if I can remember correctly. That's excluding obviously the crit rate buff and whatnot, just kind of specifically damage increase, right? Okay, so we've got the dupes now, so this is going to be very crucial to see. So every time Ashblade hits an enemy, RANGIKU gains 2% ultimate energy. So what I'm seeing here is ultimate for RANGIKU is a must in terms of getting that ASAP, right? I mean, it kind of makes sense with all supports, to be fair. You want to get their ultimate so you can maximize the ult buff. But anyway, so more of a ultimate energy regeneration on the first dupe, sorry. Second dupe, the passive Heineko's assist grants teammates extra attack equal to 20% of RANGIKU's attack. Oh, hold up. Wait a minute, I kind of like this, because I was curious on whether or not how, you know, because typically when it comes to building up support, you're going to be more in the case of giving them as much survivability as much, you know, as much as possible. But this changes a lot of things now. So pretty much, boys, go all in on attack, because if we're getting 20%, that's going to be a massive, damn, that second dupe could be pretty big, I'm not going to lie. I kind of like that. I'm glad that they did that too. So that's something cool. Okay, well, that's something to note, boys. Dupe 4 technique drag range expands. Oh, that's the ultimate. So that's another thing which I'm very happy about now. The fact that when she's kind of doing that vortex attack, it actually does suck in the enemy together. So that's huge. And then the final dupe, every time Ash Blade hits an enemy, subsequent Ash Blade damage increases by 5% for 15 seconds, stacks over 10 times. Okay, yeah, so it's kind of done in a similar fashion to Momo, because the final dupe is more so on their ultimate doing more damage in some way or form. So yeah, I see that they're keeping a bit of a theme. Interesting, but I'm really interested to see that second dupe in action. That sounds, because again, for the most part, I'm looking at a kit and it really is just that second dupe that's kind of doing some more supportive action. But hey, I'll take it. So obviously give her as much attack as possible, boys. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, that is RANGIKU. Again, I am still holding out for, and I'm still praying that she has some form of amplification, maybe within her passive, who knows, or maybe in one of her skills. I'm really just hoping, or maybe even Gin has it, but like I'm really banking on some form of amplification for the DOT damage to just kind of get amplified damage, because again, there's some crazy, if that is the case, if we get anything like that, I feel like there's a lot to be achieved there, especially with like Gin coming in, and again, like he can go straight into the 50 stack max in terms of his DOT play, right? Tozen dropping his ultimate, again, the bleed that's being factored in on what he can apply, again, it's going to be at max stack. So I'm really still hoping and praying that we get something like that, although it's definitely something that they can look into in the future, but I kind of want something now, to be fair. So hopefully RANGIKU can bring that to the table. If not, it is what it is. But yeah, definitely a good SR support free character that is going to be worth investing into without a shadow of a doubt. I've spoken about it with the previous characters. It's going to be we're in the same situation again, where these SR support units coming in that are again completely free hold value. Absolutely.